Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we dive into some exciting and concerning news from Hong Kong. First up, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority is set to phase out deposit-taking companies within 5 years, marking a significant shift in the banking landscape. Former bankers described this as a natural evolution in response to changing market demands. In other news, Hong Kong stocks took a hit as speculation about foreign investors offloading Chinese tech stocks circulated, particularly following Walmart's decision to sell its shares in JD.com. The Hang Seng Index fell, wiping out earlier gains and leaving investors on edge. Finally, the city is buzzing with excitement as Olympic heroes return home for a celebratory parade. However, there are concerns that bad weather might rain on their parade. Stay tuned for more details on these stories and more. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's deposit-taking companies, DTCs, are on the brink of extinction within 5 years due to a significant reform by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA. The regulator's decision to streamline the banking system from 3 tiers to 2, effectively eliminating DTCs, marks a pivotal moment in the evolution of the local banking industry. This change has been anticipated for 2 decades, especially since the dismantling of the interest rate cartel in 2001, which led to a decline in demand for DTC services. As a result, DTCs, which once thrived under a regulated interest rate environment, have seen their market share plummet from 5.8% to just 1% since 1993, with only 12 DTCs remaining today, serving a mere 2,500 deposit customers. South China Morning Post also highlights the recent turmoil in Hong Kong's stock market, where shares have fallen sharply amid concerns over the Chinese tech sector. The Hang Seng Index dropped 0.8%, influenced by reports of Walmart selling its significant stake in JD.com, a major Chinese e-commerce platform. This news, coupled with a broader retreat from Chinese tech stocks, has caused investor sentiment to wane, with hedge funds increasingly closing their positions in these equities. Notable declines were seen across various tech companies, including Kuaishou Technology and Alibaba. The overall economic outlook for China appears dim, as stimulus measures have failed to restore investor confidence, leading to a challenging environment for tech stocks. Associated Press reports on the broader implications of economic trends in Asia, where markets have reacted negatively following a decline on Wall Street that ended an 8-day winning streak. The Nikkei 225 and other major indices in the region faced losses amid concerns over inflation and interest rates, as investors await insights from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's upcoming speech. Japan's trade deficit also raised eyebrows, reflecting rising imports and consumer spending. As the U.S. grapples with high interest rates affecting economic performance, the global markets remain on edge, with analysts keenly observing any signals regarding future rate cuts and their potential impact on economic recovery. The overall atmosphere remains cautious, with market participants bracing for further volatility. South China Morning Post reports that a prominent Buddhist monastery on Lantau Island, Hong Kong, has suspended kitchen staff suspected of kidnapping and abandoning 2 dogs. The dogs, affectionately named Dai Mui and Sai Mui, went missing for a week, leading to a community outcry and rewards being offered for their return. The monastery confirmed that the staff involved had been banned from returning and that the case has been handed over to the police. Allegations surfaced that the dogs were found with plastic bags over their heads on a nearby hill, and while volunteers have actively searched for them, the dogs remain missing. Notably, actress Mary Jean Reimer and animal welfare advocate Kent Luck have both offered substantial rewards to help locate the dogs, highlighting the deep concern for animal welfare in the community. In another celebration, the South China Morning Post shares that Hong Kong's Olympic delegation is set to return home for a public celebration after their commendable performance at the Paris Games. The athletes will embark on an open-top bus parade across various city locales, including Tai Wai and Sim Sha Tsui, and will share their Olympic experiences with students and local officials. This event comes on the heels of a meeting between President Xi Jinping and mainland China's Olympic heroes, emphasizing the significance of their achievements. The delegation, which secured 2 gold and 2 bronze medals, is anticipated to receive a warm welcome from the public, showcasing the pride and joy of the city in their accomplishments. Lastly, the South China Morning Post highlights Hong Kong's cricket team as they prepare for the Tri-Nations Cup, with head coach Simon Willis commending the team's rigorous training regimen. The squad, eager to qualify for the T20 World Cup, recently completed a series of practice matches in Sri Lanka, showcasing significant improvement in their performance. Despite some initial struggles, the team rebounded with a thrilling 5-run victory in a subsequent match. Willis expressed confidence in the team's depth and collective strength, emphasizing that every player contributes to their success. As they gear up for their first match against Kuwait, the team is motivated and ready to tackle the challenges that lie ahead in their quest for World Cup qualification. South China Morning Post reports that online brokerage Webull is preparing for a significant leap into the Asian market as it plans to go public with a $7 billion SPAC deal. The company's president, Anthony Denier, envisions transforming Webull into one of the top 3 brokerage firms in every country it operates within over the next 2 years. With a robust foundation built in the US, where it gained popularity during the meme stock craze, Webull is now looking to diversify its revenue streams, aiming for Southeast Asia due to its youthful, tech-savvy population. However, the firm faces challenges, including scrutiny over its Chinese ownership amidst rising geopolitical tensions, yet Denier is confident that the transparency of being a public company will bolster customer trust and confidence. South China Morning Post highlights the rising influence of female fashion designers in the watch industry, with icons like Victoria Beckham and Tamara Ralph leading the charge. Beckham, who has long been enamored with vintage men's watches, has collaborated with Breitling to create a limited edition Chronomat 36 designed specifically for women, featuring vibrant colors and a more delicate size. Meanwhile, Ralph has reimagined Audemars Piguet's iconic royal oak, infusing it with a couture sensibility that showcases her meticulous design process. As women's purchasing power grows, luxury watch brands are increasingly recognizing the potential of female consumers, with collaborations that blend fashion and horology, resulting in unique timepieces that appeal to a new generation of watch enthusiasts. South China Morning Post underscores the urgent need for increased funding in Hong Kong's esports sector, following the impressive achievements of local players like 16-year-old Qing Yip-kai, who recently won the Pokémon World Championships. Industry leaders argue that more government resources could significantly enhance the local esports scene, which has been struggling since the pandemic led to a drastic reduction in competitions. The previous injection of 100 million Hong Kong dollars in 2018 demonstrated the potential for growth, but the funds were exhausted quickly and came at an inopportune time. Stakeholders are hopeful that the upcoming policy address will consider new funding avenues to support aspiring esports athletes, allowing them to compete on the global stage without financial burden, as many are young professionals balancing gaming with their careers. BBC reports that the recent buyout offer for Japan's 7-Eleven by Canadian retailer Alimentation Couche-Tard has sent shockwaves throughout the nation, marking a historical moment as no Japanese company of such magnitude has ever been acquired by a foreign entity. With 85,000 stores globally, 7-Eleven has carved out a niche in Japan and Thailand as a go-to destination for quick, affordable, and delicious meals. The chain has garnered a social media following, especially in Asia, where its food offerings, like rice balls and fried chicken, have become culinary attractions. As the company explores its future ownership, experts speculate on whether more Japanese firms could follow suit in becoming foreign acquisition targets. South China Morning Post highlights China's intensified scrutiny on virtual assets amid a crackdown on money laundering. the Supreme People's Court has issued a judicial interpretation that explicitly links the use of cryptocurrencies with criminal activities, raising the stakes for investors trading on the mainland. Legal experts warn that ordinary traders could inadvertently become embroiled in money laundering cases, particularly with stable coins like USDT. This development comes as China prepares to amend its anti-money laundering law to address the evolving landscape of financial crime, while the government simultaneously supports Hong Kong's regulation of virtual asset businesses. Despite the crackdown, Chinese investors remain significant players in the global crypto market. South China Morning Post also introduces Cole Imhoff, the stepson of Vice President Kamala Harris, who affectionately calls her Mamala. Cole's journey into the entertainment industry mirrors his family's political background, shaped by early discussions of social issues at the dinner table. Raised by his divorced parents in Los Angeles, Cole found stability in his blended family when Doug Imhoff began dating Harris. With a degree in psychology and experience at major talent agencies, Cole is now working at Brad Pitt's production company, Plan B Entertainment. Recently engaged, he and his partner were married in a ceremony officiated by Harris, who shared heartfelt advice on maintaining connection in relationships. South China Morning Post highlights the multifaceted life of Mina Harris, the niece of Vice President Kamala Harris. Born in 1984 to Maya Harris, Kamala's younger sister, Mina has cultivated a robust personal brand that encompasses children's books, fashion, and media production. Her educational journey took her from Stanford to Harvard Law School, and she has worked in Silicon Valley before becoming a children's book author. Her works, inspired by her family, include titles like Kamala and Maya's Big Idea and Ambitious Girl. Despite her success, Mina faced criticism for allegedly profiting off her aunt's likeness, which she addressed by emphasizing her close relationship with Kamala and her commitment to her own voice in the political discourse. In another captivating narrative, South China Morning Post introduces Jet Washington, the 16-year-old nephew of late NBA legend Kobe Bryant, who is carving his own path as a dual-sport athlete in basketball and American football. Following in the footsteps of his father, a former NFL player, and his mother, a volleyball star, Jet has gained national attention as a high-major prospect. He embodies the Mamba mentality instilled in him by Kobe, showcasing his talent on the court and field. Notably, he had a standout game at the Crypto.com arena, where he scored 33 points, a number that holds significance as it was Kobe's high school jersey number. Jet remains grounded despite the pressure of his lineage, focusing on enjoying the sport and making his own name. Lastly, South China Morning Post delves into the transformative effects of cloud technology on the food and beverage industry. Companies like Maxim's Group are leveraging cloud-enabled solutions to innovate their business models, particularly in response to the challenges posed by the pandemic. By partnering with Amazon Web Services, Maxim's has enhanced customer experiences through personalized mobile applications, resulting in significant sales boosts. The article emphasizes the importance of adaptability in the F&B sector, showcasing how cloud technology has facilitated self-service ordering systems and streamlined operations, allowing businesses to thrive in an ever-evolving market. As the industry continues to embrace digital transformation, it is poised to redefine the culinary landscape, ensuring long-term resilience and growth. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.